story of the man, the myth, the legend, Robert Wangila. From the streets of Jericho, Nairobi, to international boxing rings, he became the first and the youngest African to win an Olympic gold medal in welterweight boxing. In the Jericho neighborhood where he was brought up, tenacity Wangila was popular, but eventually lifted him up to success. There, he overcame a difficult childhood and gently moved through the violent mobs of the streets of Jericho and Mudhurwa to join a select group of athletes who would proudly be later known as the Hit Squad. In the company of his friend Samuel Otieno, aka the Hitman, Wangila began boxing in Botella Social Hall. His passion combined with the guidance of his coach Alex Asima, Wangila bagged his first victory as a flyweight champion in the Nairobi Novices Games. After landing a job there as a truck driver, he began boxing with the Kenya Breweries Boxing Club. As he participated and continued to dominate winning positions during the inter-hall competitions, at the age of 21, he had already been regarded as Kenya's top welterweight boxer in 1986. Hence, he earned the right to be nicknamed Napunyi after his famous boxer cousin, Modesty Napunyi Wangila. In the late 1980s, when the Kenya boxing team was making waves, he pounded his way to prominence. The group, which included DK Kamau and Stephen Mushoki, was known as the Hit Squad and was well regarded in Africa. When Wangila won a gold medal in the 4th All-African Games held in Nairobi in 1987, he established himself as a sports unquestioned champion. The 4th All-African Games were held in Nairobi in 1987, and Wangila, representing Team Kenya in the sport, was confident and eager to win, especially since the games were being held on home soil. There, he won his first gold medal, catapulting him to immediate national renown. But that's just the beginning of the story of this powerful man. Wangila represented our country in the 1988 Seoul Olympics at the age of 22, representing the nation outside of its borders. The competition was tough, but Wangila was no match compared to his international opponents. After 3 matches against Poland, Bulgaria, Mongolia, and Yugoslavia, he made it to the finals against France. This heated match became his most famous one as he sent his French opponent Laurent Boudouani into a technical knockout, crowning him the winner of the championship bout and the gold medalist. Wangila was not the only Olympic champion to garner international attention, but he was discovered and upgraded into a more professional role after an American named Akbar Mohammed appeared on the scene. He then left for greener pastures in the United States with his longtime love, Grace Akinyi. It was there that his moniker, Kid, was first given to him by boxing promoters. With 12 straight victories, his career got off to an explosive start. According to reports, he had begun losing enthusiasm, was disheartened, and at one point desired to go home back to Kenya. Wangila admitted at the time that he wanted to quit and go back home, and that he wasn't improving at all and was looking horrible. Wangila was probably homesick, despite the fact that he had been reprimanded for the lack of his work ethic. In the same manner of his victories, Wangila fought to his last breath. Wangila passed away at the age of 26 during a fight against David Gonzalez, who was at the time ranked number 10 by the World Boxing Council. The world was startled, and Kenya was saddened. Wangila appeared to be dominating the fight, according to spectators and boxing experts at the Aladdin Hotel. However, the momentum had begun to shift, and referee Joe Cortez stopped the fight in the 9th round in the favor of Gonzalez, despite Wangila's pleas. Wangila lost consciousness after suffering an injury. 30 minutes after he regained his consciousness, he fell into a coma and was rushed into hospital, where it was revealed that he had a blood clot on the right side of his brain. He was placed on life support immediately after the operation, and he was pronounced dead 36 hours after he had been paid $2,500 for the match. When Wangila's body was returned to Kenya, there was a disagreement over where Wangila would be buried. Between his Gusii mother and the Luhya relatives, there was a fight. Wangila's mother claimed that Mr. Wangila was Mugusi and that he should be buried in Gusii territory under Gusii burial rights. Wangila's relatives claimed that he was Luhya from Busia, whose father had died when he was young in the 1970s, and that he should thus be buried under Luhya rights in Busia. In the end, a judge ruled in favor of neither side, and Wangila was buried in Nairobi according to Muslim customs. Wangila had converted to Islam during the time he was in the United States. 17 years have passed since he died, and he would have been 49 this September. Friends in the Kenya boxing fraternity remember him after the final chants of the Salat al-Janaza, the Islamic prayer for the dead. They obviously will do this to the end of their own lives.